Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it's going to be a really quick and dirty one. All we're going to be doing is taking this iMac G3. It started life as a 333 megahertz. I've since upgraded the processor. I think it has 466. Do not quote me. Hopefully we'll take a look later. We're going to be changing out that noisy hard drive for one of these. This is an Amazon special, really. So it should replace the IDE. And inside, it has an SD card slot. So this is advertised as working for, well, PCs. We're going to see if this works with the iMac. So first things first, let's crack it open. Now, taking one of these apart is pretty easy. You're going to think you need to take out these screws here, but you definitely do not. All you have to do is there's this little screw here, which I've already, as you can see, popped out. Take that away. And all of this is essentially one piece. You take this handle, I'm going to brace myself a little, and everything should just pop out. And there you go. And you have access to all the internals here. Apple laid it out very, very easily. So essentially, we have to take out this connector, and there's a little connector here. Once that's done, you could take out this screw here, and then this tray, or this whole thing right here, you pull it, it will slide out. You just got to be careful with the cables that, as you can see, can get a little chewed up if you're not careful with how you put everything. So luckily that's still together. So I'm going to be taking out that screw, taking out these connectors, pulling it out, and you'll see what the inside looks like. Here it is. All the cables have been disconnected. Hopefully this will work. You see the screws out, 3, 2, 1. And that's really about it. So again, you have to be very careful not to chew up these cables, which this is very difficult to do with one hand right now. So if I put these up, stay there, I should be able to slowly but surely take out the logic board and all the internals. Put it to the side, fan above, or I should say next to the CRT and the logic board. So there that is. We don't have to touch anything else here. Luckily, that CRT works fine. Here are the internals. You'll probably notice there is no battery. I do not leave batteries in my machines. There's no reason for this. It's not a daily driver. So next up, we're going to work on this. Take out the optical drive and the hard drive underneath. Perfectly laid out. First, we're going to try to get that optical drive out. Unfortunately, these things can be a bit of a pain. There's some kind of like a hook system involved, so you gotta make sure you get it proper as I keep flipping around. There we go. And I'm just going to flip it back. The cables should be fine like that. I don't anticipate anything tearing out. Underneath, that is a hard drive. That is not the original hard drive. It is much larger than the original hard drive. So it has like this little spring, little holdy caddy thing. That's the technical term. So we push it back and should be able to, if I did this right, get it out. It's a little fidgety to work on, but essentially we're just trying to unhook a few things that are inside. So I'm going to do that off camera because it can take a bit. And come back, I'm going to see if I can replace the drive. So the drive has come out. I'll just show you. There's a spot right here and right here where underneath the drive there's some hooks. Not frame, there we go. Hooks, you see by my finger, that hook into that and hold it in place. So what we're going to do, we are going to very carefully remove that and remove that. So the whole caddy is out of the way. Now, all it should be is a little notch right there. That should line up with the notch right there. We'll just hook it into place. And it's very yellowed. It is extremely yellowed. Power cable. We'll plug it like this somehow. Probably should turn it. There we go. So that should be it. So I'm going to actually put something underneath so that these metal points are not actually touching this. That probably won't be a good thing. Put it back inside, flip everything. The SD is already in there. And then we'll see if we can install an OS. Through the magic of YouTube, we are done with the upgrade. So I decided not to put the whole caddy back in. There's absolutely no point to this. So here's the old spinner, upgraded from the original. Here's the machine. First off, we're going to see if this still turns on. There is nothing on that SD card, so it will definitely not boot to anything. So I'm going to get a power cable and see if it turns on. Hooked up. Very original Apple-esque power cable. 3, 2, 1. We did not destroy the logic board. Now it's going to boot probably and show a question mark saying that it does not have anything. And excuse this, you're about to see a lot of roly-poly on the screen because it is a CRT. And I am using a phone camera. So, oh, not too bad. There we go, there's the flicker. So, that's definitely not going to work for us. So, I see the question mark right there. Turn that off. I'm going to be installing this very official 922 universal install. So, power it up again. Open the tray. Put it in. I'm going to hold down C, but it might be a little bit too late. And we're going to see if it reads the disk. And for the other peripherals, there you go right here. Apple. And then I'm using Apple Pro keyboard. So it's showing a happy Mac. I'm just going to bring the camera closer. And there we go. So it is booting into OS 9, but this is off the optical drive. So the CD-ROM down here. Still making a lot of noise. But the only things that are spinning in this thing is optical drive and the little fan on the inside, as there is no more hard drive. So we're just going to let this boot the rest of the way up because I just want to see if the SD card is even recognized as a drive. Again, this is a CPU upgraded iMac, which I'm going to say is pretty rare to find. And once again, sorry for the super high fast refresh rate. So we have the Mac OS 9 lives over here. It's going to open something, and we're going to see if we can get into this. There we go. So it sees, go away, go away. There is a drive. So I'm going to initialize. So right here, a drive popped up. It says unentitled. Initialization worked out. So all we're going to do now, and I'm not going to take you through the whole setup, is we have Apple Software Restore. All it's really going to do is going to place the whole image onto this drive here. So we're going to go erase it for restoring. Click Restore, and we're going to let it work. So it's just saying, "Do you sure you want to erase it?" Yes. So this is going to take a few minutes. I'm going to save your eyes some of the time of this rolling and the slow install. And we're going to see, once this is done, if it will reboot back into the SD card. And we're back. That took about 5 to 10 minutes. So it was cloned over. I'm going to click Restart. We're going to remove the disk, the very official Apple disk. And the only noise we should hear is on that internal fan right now. So we hear the clunk of the CRT. It's hopefully going to find a file system. And here we go. So this is the disk, by the way, in case you think it's still in there. Booting up. Will it boot all the way? It's a thinking. Now, I'm never going to claim that this is going to be super, super fast. And this is probably not a fantastic long-term solution, as it's just an SD card, but it is booting up. Much quieter than it was before. Yeah, it's going to try and show me something. I think for connecting to the internet. Let's see if I can get out of that. Again, sorry for the craziness here. Do not want to see a video. Okay. And here we go. So we have our drive right here. That says Mac OS 9 lives. So if we go System Profiler. Here we go. So it's the 466. Like I said, this was upgraded from 333. Devices and volumes. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. There we go. So ID 0 says hard drive. Mac OS 9 lives. And right there it is. Yeah, it is a 30. Well, it's like a 32, I think. But it says capacity 30 gigabytes. Right there. Mac OS extended. Opened on the side for some reason, but there we go. The upgrade is done. Let's just zoom right back out so you can see. There's the machine. So, much quieter. Still hear that fan, but I'd rather have a fan inside so it doesn't melt down. But there we go. Solid state solution. Upgraded CPU. Upgraded hard drive. I'm pretty happy with this. This whole thing took maybe about a half an hour to do. Extremely easy, and I would recommend it to anybody who wants to use these long term. Now, I don't know how well the SD card's going to hold up long term with your data, so if you're planning on doing this, do not put anything too important on this. So, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did like it, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.